committee reports. I believe we have Aluaso Josiah Taifu. Hope I've said your name correctly. Sorry if I haven't.
Aluaso. Apologies, Mr. Speaker. I now present the report of the Economic Development, Science and Innovation Committee on its inquiry into how can we support economic inclusion, particularly for Māori and Pacific communities, in the transition to a high-wage, low-emissions economy. Mr. Speaker, the process of economic growth and development while maintaining the responsibilities to the environment is of huge importance to many countries, including New Zealand. However, Speaker, of equal importance is the equity of said process and its inclusion of our minority communities, especially of Māori and Pasifika. And as such, Speaker, it's my privilege to present the findings of the Economic Development, Science and Innovation Select Committee. Some background, Speaker. In 2019, unemployment rates of Māori and Pasifika was 8%. That is double the national unemployment rate. Māori and Pasifika are disproportionately in lower-paying jobs in industries vulnerable to changing technologies. Mr. Speaker, this is disheartening as Māori and Pasifika make up a quarter of the New Zealand population. If New Zealand wishes to transition itself to a high-wage and low-emissions economy, the inclusion of marginalised communities is vital. Speaker, 85% of the general populace has internet access. This is compared to the only 72% of Pasifika who have internet. We also have deficit in digital literacy and online skills, not only within Pasifika and Māori communities, but also our disabled community. It is clear our minorities are not only not included within the economy, but they are missing the infrastructure and knowledge to change that. Work has been done, Speaker, initiatives launched, programs funded, however much more can be done. The Economic Development, Science and Innovation Select Committee makes the 5 following recommendations. Firstly, increased provision of scholarships to both school leaver but also adult learner, Māori and Pasifika learners in industries crucial to high-wage, low-emission economy. 2, social procurement to increase inclusiveness of movement to a high-wage and low-emissions economy. 3, improvement of internet access, especially for those in low-income households. This is through collaboration with social housing providers and care agencies to ensure access to the internet. And this access to the internet should be provided free or subsidized. 4, following increased provision of internet access, expanded support for education within marginalized communities to improve their skills in the online space is vital. And finally, we urge a consideration and engagement with said communities of how to provide targeted support for marginalised communities, especially tangata whaikaha Māori. Speaker, our minority communities have a history of economic disadvantage. However, Speaker, I implore the House to consider these recommendations as a step forwards not only for these communities, but for New Zealand in its entirety. Thank you, Speaker.
We come now to the Education and Workforce Committee.